on the disgruntled maize dealers, we get into another conversation on the NSSF Daily Monitor Career Expo. I told you about this in my preamble, and I was very super excited about this. So guess what? I have Lorraine Tukahira. She is the brand manager. Yes, Nation Media Group. And I also do have Joseph Untale. He is the brand and marketing manager from NSSF, with whom we are going to expound on what is actually going to be happening from the 24th. Yes, of this month. That is Wednesday today, all the way to Friday, and during this NSSF Daily Monitor Career Expo. Very good morning to Kahirwa and Joseph Untale. All right, we would like to know, briefly tell us about this NSSF Daily Monitor Career Expo. What is the objective of this whole Career Expo, and who does it target?
All right.
Joseph.
Thank you, Romeo, and thank you, the viewers, and of course, NT for hosting us. If you could allow me to put off my mask to
Please do the social distancing.
To catch my breath and be more audible.
Indeed.
Well, thank you, Romeo, for that question. Yeah, the NSSF Daily Monitor Career Expo has been running for the last 10 years. Actually, this year we are making 10 years. And the whole business is being passionate about the youth, especially those ones in school. Yeah, the main goal is to skill students at the university, give them a skill set that will help them be employable when they leave university, one, and two, of course, give them entrepreneurial skills that they will need when they go out of school. As you know, these days, you don't have enough jobs on the market, so we try to make sure that we skill this youth to be able to understand that, you know what, it's not about your job you're going to have after school, but again, you can do some business from the skills we give you right now and be able to be successful in life. So it's basically premised on those two main objectives, and that's why we come into this space for the last 10 years.
Indeed.
And that's why we chose to come up with partnerships with Monitor Publications and Nation Media Group to make sure we reach even more students, because we've seen in the past the impact has been so great.
Well, before this whole initiative was kicked off with Daily Monitor, I understand you initiated this whole Career Expo in 2011.
Correct.
Yes, with 5 universities.
Yes.
Daily Monitor would come on board in 2017.
Correct.
How many universities are you able to reach now with this partnership?
Well, now, before the pandemic, we were reaching 12 universities in terms of actual presence.
Indeed.
Yeah, but we've designed content outside the brick and mortar meetings to online meetings, where we've been reaching more than 50,000 students across all universities, tertiary institutions and vocational institutions. And that's why the number of the reach has been growing with in big numbers in the last 10 years. And of course, partnering with Daily Monitor has even made this much easier, and that's why I feel, as NSSF, we feel really humbled to be able to work with such an organization.
Of course, Daily Monitor NMG is being represented by Lorraine. She is the NMG brand manager. Very good morning, Lorraine. Help us understand why you briefly decided to actually join or partner hands with NSSF.
Okay, so initially we had a career fair where we're working with Macquarie University Business School and Chambogo University. So around the same time, NSSF had also a career fair.
Which year was that?
That was back in 2016.
Yes.
So we decided to partner. We thought, why don't we pull resources together, synergize, and see how we can create a bigger impact by working together. So that's how we came up with the Career Expo that we now have to date. And by the time we partnered, we were able to reach about 10 universities, which was still a big achievement for us back then. So we are looking at it as growing forward, being strong, and impacting even more students than we have currently. So that's how we ended up working together.
Well, how does this whole Career Expo impact our students when it comes to being employable and also amassing some skills in entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so we do what we want is to inspire the students.
All right.
We're looking at students out there who might think it's all about going to school and getting the degree.
Yeah.
Yes, that's basically important. But at the end of the day, we want you to leave the university and still be a job creator. So we're looking at it like a networking segment. We want to connect the job seekers to people who can inspire them, challenge them to be better. So if that's what we can achieve, then we'll look at it like we've actually made a big
linking university students to people who are already in the sphere of employment and have already made it.
Yes.
So they could share practices that are, you know, best to these young students.
Yes.
Joseph Untali, you wanted to pitch in.
Yes, please. I mean, when you see in the past the connections the Career Expo platform has created, where we get industry game changers. I mean, people who have done amazing things in this industry, CEOs, big entrepreneurs, and then connecting them with the students at the university, and how they have discussions, they've had discussions during the expo, even after the expo, and the amazing things the students have done. We feel it's a great achievement. I'll give you an example. Last year, one of the testimonies, every year we get testimonies from actual students on what they have done, from what they had from the Career Expo, which just ended, like the one we had in 2020 before the pandemic came in. One of the students said, you know what, when I listened in the first session, I realized I'm not cut out from what I'm studying now to be an engineer. The guy was passionate about food and restaurants. Before we knew it, he engaged one of the people we had brought. Then how can I improve my idea? As I'm speaking now, to cut the whole long story short, the guy has his own restaurant, serving almost 50 students in a day in Chikoni. And he's very glad that, you know what, if I didn't get this opportunity, maybe I wouldn't be doing this. I remember myself when I was still at school.
Right.
There are very many things I was doing, to get a living, to make some little money, and I was passionate about them. But again, here I was studying statistics, and I was wondering, okay, I can't study this whole hard things, calculus and whatever, analysis and mathematics stuff, and then just go and do my usual things I've been doing to earn money. I need to get a job within the same sphere. But again, after trying that over a couple of years, 1 or 2 years, I realized I have to go back to what I was doing.
Indeed.
Marketing and selling, and that's where I am right now.
Indeed.
So these are testimonies that I feel when you come be part of this discussion for the Career Expo, it changes very many things around you.
Indeed.
And can define your career in a positive way.
And of course, the theme for this year's NSSF Delhi Monitor Career Expo is repurposing your career goals to the new normal. The new normal brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic that has actually infected over 124.1 million people on the global stage, meaning the situation has actually changed. You, as a university student, you need to twitch your skills to the new normal. How best can you do that? You have experts at the NSSF Delhi Monitor Expo that are going to be giving you this information free of charge and online, meaning even those in tertiary institutions. If you're not in that official university and a tertiary institution, you can actually join the conversation online via Zoom, and you'll be able to get all this information from people like the CEO of Jumia, Ron Kawamata, the Assistant MD of NSSF, Patrick Ayota, even the MD himself, Richard, is going to be there, Biarugaba. Well, repurposing your career goals to the new normal. Lorraine, what does that mean to the new university student?
Well, we want our students out there to know that you're not structured. You know, because of the pandemic, it affected many people out there. So we want you to think...
And the mode of work.
Yes, and the mode of work. So basically, we want you to think outside the box. How are you going to cope with the pandemic right now? How can you use the resources you have to make yourself better? When it comes to seeking for a new job, or, you know, putting your knowledge and skills out there, the panelists that we put out, the ones that are going to speak during the expo, have all the experiences lined up. So they are going to give you ideas on how you can make yourself better and how you can be suitable with the pandemic. We don't want it to crush you. We want you to be better.
And they'll also be telling the university students what kind of skills they need when you're done with the university and you join the workplace. They would like to let you know what kind of skills they need, so that you don't just gamble in the first year of working. We've seen so many people come out here, get jobs, but 6 months into the job, they do not have the skills, but they have the university degree, but they do not have the skills. So how best can we twitch that little, mishap, so that by the time you join the workforce, you already have the skills? The monitor, NSSF Career Expo, is what is waiting for you to actually expound on your employability and also your entrepreneurial skills. Joseph Untali, what is different in this year?
Well, like you just said, Romeo, we are living in new times, and COVID has disrupted very many things. And in the past 9 years, we've been doing the Career Expo at the actual universities, in the university halls, where we could meet these people face to face and have these discussions. But now we can't do that. I mean, because it will expose many of our young people to COVID. So we think that bringing this platform online, first of all, to reach even more students whom we couldn't reach at the different universities physically. Now we think that if we run the virtual event online through Zoom and NSSF social media platforms, NTV platforms, and Daily Monitor platforms, we are going to reach more students and be able to impact more lives, especially the youth. So we think that this is a good, it's a blessing in disguise, and that's why it's one of the new things that we think that is coming on board, and I think it is an opportunity for students to tap into it. Well, we're not leaving out anyone, I mean, because it's online, and the good thing to this is that there's a lot of stuff people are going to win, especially data, internet data. So
I saw some MiFis in the mix.
I mean, data,
some jackets in the mix.
So it's, gift hampers, I mean, Jumia vouchers. But what is important is...
But no scholarships.
No scholarships, but data. So if you're worried about data, don't worry. Get data which can get you in, and then be able to win these data bundles that will be given to you during the expo. Of course, there will be some conditions and terms that will be followed.
Of course, we also do know. Okay, go ahead, Lorraine. You wanted to pitch in.
So just in addition to what he's saying,
yes,
you're speaking about the new normal. With the pandemic, you realized a lot of things we went online. Everything is now digital. So when we decided to go with the online expo, we believe we're already targeting the people who are already on the different social media platforms. So that's still widening our reach.
And acquainting them with the new culture, which is use of technology.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's still giving them more idea. You're looking at someone who might not even think of how to use the digital platforms to promote their business or to grow bigger. So that's also something we want to tap into. So I think it's an exciting initiative that we can all benefit from.
So meaning as the students come to this Korea Expo, they should know one thing in mind. The new normal has actually expedited a new way of doing things.
Yes.
Technology is the way of doing things. If you're not technologically savvy with the use of the computer, you're in trouble as a student.
Exactly.
Am I right, Laura?
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay, let me also talk about the achievements you've actually garnered over the last period, which is 10 years. The fund has been organizing this Korea Expo for the last 10 years. We'd like to know, what are some of the achievements you can boast of since its inception?
Well, Romy, I'll tell you that in the past 10 years, we've managed to reach close to 170,000 students from all universities and tertiary institutions, vocational institutions. And of course, we've seen amazing testimonies. However, out of the 170,000, around 67,000 of those students and the youth have been able to start a saving journey with NSSF. Yeah, and all those together have been able to collect 23 billion shillings with NSSF. Now, for us, we feel it's a good achievement. Yeah, but again, when you hear the testimonies outside all this I've just talked about, and you see how ideas are coming out from this youth, from the university students, the passion they have to venture into entrepreneurship, the ideas they have in employment, the success they have achieved at their current job positions. We find that these are very good achievements.
It's a very good achievement, Joseph and Tali. 6 to 8,000 university students actually saving 23 billion. That's a lot of money, Joseph and Tali. That's a great milestone. Also, before we wrap up, I'd like to know what milestones Daily Monitor has achieved in organizing this Korea Expo. Lorraine.
Yeah, so in addition to what Joseph has said, reaching a number of over 70,000 students is huge. That's a big achievement. You're looking at students in universities and in tertiary schools. For us, that's an achievement that we wanted to begin with. So as we also look at the fact that part of the speakers we brought on were inspirational speakers. Most of their angle stories were started from zero to hero. And that's something most of the students
like Bobby
want
Wine, he was in the mix at some point.
Yes, like Bobby Wine, yes.
She was hesitant to say it. Go ahead.
So that's something we want to hear. How are we impacting you? How are we helping you grow? That's what we celebrated.
And how does one participate before we go?
You have to log on to the NSSF website.
Right.
We'll share the link later on. Then you register, and then you can come online. It's free entrance. It's free. It's just ready for you to enjoy.
All right, it's just ready for you to enjoy and get all the employability skills and also how to become a successful entrepreneur. If you do not go for the, monitor, NSSF, Korea Expo, then I do not know what you are waiting for. 24th today, all the way to the 26th, that is going to be Friday. You could just have to get a Zoom link and you'll be able to follow all these proceedings online. It doesn't matter, even though you're not in university, am I right? All right, but you want to get those employability skills. You can actually engage in this Korea Expo. Thank you very much, Tukehiro Lorraine and Mr. Joseph Untali.
Thank you so much.
And indeed, to you who is watching at home, many thanks for keeping it with us. We are going for a breather and returning with another conversation. Just keep it here.